So basically,
Travels, my lord.
two things happened when I came back to the keep, right? The first thing that happened was I got a message from a guy who said, actually, you don't own this keep. I do. Okay.
Right.
The ownership of this keep is disputed. I just said, yeah, we'll see about that. That's not going to happen. And so I might have to go and basically kill someone who's trying to usurp my keep, right?
Good lord.
Second, Chair Gran says we've had a message from the mayor of Stalwart. It's up in the north. It's cold. The mayor needs some help getting into Durgan's battery. He's looking for adventurers. He heard that we're pretty good. So, but the people who we're sort of fighting against, the followers of Wodica, they've already gone up there to see if they can do it. So we want to make sure they don't get their hands on any of the good stuff, right? So that's
Gotcha.
That's that. But on the way, there's a wizard's tower called Consulhort, and he's being attacked by bandits called the Torn Bannermen, right? They're like pretty badass bandits, and he's a pretty badass wizard. So apparently I should just not go there. That's what I was told. She basically said, don't go there.
We are fully going there. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, we'll find out. Because there's a lot of side quests and a lot of things to do. This is quite a big. This is the White March Part 1. Part 2 is out and came out about a week ago. But we're going to try and do Part 1 first. I don't know how many hours it is.
Okay.
It might be like 8 or 9 hours of gameplay. I don't know how many there are in the expansion.
Okay.
But for us, maybe that's like 15. I don't know. We're not speed running this. Well, at least I'm not. And it's certainly at this rate of me just like bumbling around in my inventory.
Yeah, this is the opposite of a speed. We are, in many ways, the antithesis of the speed run, I would say.
The slow run.
That's not our style.
Yeah. I mean, I did want to sort of get distracted and chat to you about some other stuff, but I keep wanting to talk to you about actually what's happening in the game. So
okay.
We're just gonna roll with it. If our conversation bounces back and forth, I apologise.
Don't apologise.
So
Fuck them.
you started a new City Skylines map in the snow, and it went horribly.
Well, no, it's going great, and I'm really happy. But luckily I'd saved. But I've then decided, okay, let's try and fix the traffic issues, because inevitably there are traffic issues. Right?
It is Traffic Manager 2016, isn't it?
There is quite a lot of traffic management in the game. But I don't mind it, because when you look at some of the beautiful cities that people have designed, you're like, oh, wow, look at that amazing traffic management right there. It still seems to take a lot more to manage traffic in the game than it does in real life, I must say.
Well, exactly. And one of the things I found, one of the most things I found is that I think I build a city and I think, okay, how's the traffic? My first thought is how am I going to do the traffic? And I plan out this elaborate thing, and then I run out of money, and I'm like, oh bollocks! And then I have to start again because I've wasted too much money.
Right. So here's a one pro tip.
Okay.
Right, is don't worry about traffic management. You don't need to worry about it for ages. So you've got about 5,000 people, then it starts becoming a problem. Because inevitably you've got like one main road here, and it'll be a 2-laner, and it's just clogged. And you've got all your garbage trucks, and you've got all your snow plows, and you've got your ambulances and everything. I had one city where we almost had a complete wipeout of people because the ambulances could not physically get to the sick people because the traffic was so bad. There was one roundabout that was snaring everything up all the way down the highway for like 3 miles. You could just see this huge line of cars queuing up, and it was all because of this one roundabout. So I built my city and everything like that. The key is to leave gaps. When you put a big road down, don't build anything near it. Definitely nothing important. Make sure you build all your dumps and all the stuff that you can't move nowhere near important roads, and just leave lots of space. Have these greenfield sites that later on you'll bulldoze and build your big roads in, and just have a think ahead about what is going to be the main flow of traffic, and leave that area big enough to put a highway in later. That's my tip.
So, how many people died in this plague?
The entire population of the city.
What are you talking about? What disease was it? What about the people who lived who could walk to the hospital?
We had 2 problems. Number 1 is I accidentally put the water main next to the sewage. All right, so I was busy farting around with some roundabouts with no people, so I didn't have a view of the city. I streamed the whole thing. It was a disaster. And I'm playing away. I'm looking at these roundabouts and everything, and I look up, and my entire city is just skulls, right? Like, as far as the eye can see. And it was just complete panic. And then another time we were like, loads of people were dying, loads of people were sick, the cemeteries were overflowing. And I was like, where are the fucking ambulances? I've got all these hospitals, nothing's happening. And it was purely this one roundabout. All the ambulances were stacked up on this roundabout waiting to turn left, and none of them could because of the traffic. It was just unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Like, my general solution for a problem is let's put a roundabout down. When in doubt, roundabout, right? But it doesn't actually work. You need highways with off and on ramps because that way the traffic doesn't stop. And no junctions. Lots of one-way roads and as few junctions as possible. So you've got to plan ahead for that.
Yeah, I mean, I when I was originally playing City Skylines, I saw a thing posted by an actual traffic manager, a real-life traffic manager person on Reddit. And he had all these like schemes that they use to balance loads of stuff, and all these diagrams and stuff. It was really impressive, and I tried building some of them in the game. They looked pretty cool, but they didn't work because it's a game. It's not. It's.
I mean, but the other problem is that the AI for like whoever takes a route from A to B, they always just take the shortest route. They don't take shortcuts. They don't say, look, I know it's slightly longer, but I'll take this route because it's less busy for traffic. Like, I don't think the AI thinks about avoiding busy roundabouts. It just plows ahead regardless. You can get mods that change the behavior, and you can also get mods where you can say this road is for trucks and goods only.
For stalwart.
The White March, Lewis, it's upon us.
In the distance, stretching to the north and south.
Led by the evil necromancer Nigel Farage.
Like broken fingers. The road fades to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path.
I feel like I shouldn't talk
Barely
over
begun
this.
your climb when the darkening sky pummels
But I'm
you
going
with
to.
hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice.
It's
You press
cold,
on.
basically.
It's
The air
really,
goes
really
and the
cold.
treacherous mountain passes
Think of the
follow
coldest you've ever been.
screeching
Now
winds past your
double it.
ears.
Now double that
Forces
again.
you to make
And
camp for
again.
3 days,
That's how cold it was.
huddling
Cold,
fast
forget
snow
about it.
piles around your refuge.
Look at this picture. It's
At
like
last
that.
the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under the crisp blue sky. There's a noise.
All right.
Let's talk weather and temperature for just one moment.
Like a needle
Cold. Coldy, cold, cold.
There's no TV signal up here.
So cold.
It's also it's quite chilly. So we reached here, and they're under attack from giant ogres.
Well, two of them are just chilling.
This is what happens. Yeah, two of them are like, nope.
You've got this.
Crag ogre, bam, take it. So my guy's just running straight in. Like, see, this is just a tester to see just how tough these things are, and it looks like they're pretty straightforward. So that one
he's
does
got
have
a
a
gun.
cannon though. But again, the cannon doesn't seem to be too effective at short range. So I'm going to stick some behavior on. I'm going to stick aggressive on Edda, so he just runs in now. And I'm going to do the same for Mrs. Flax.
Get in there.
So they will actively seek out enemies for combat. Do you know what? I'm going to make them even use their per rest abilities.
Like knockdowns and shit.
Yeah, we'll see whether that see whether that actually starts happening.
Wallop.
There we go. So he's using it. Crunch. I don't think he knocked him down though. Durant's equipped some chainmail armor on, by the way, because I thought he's going to be a bit
generally
more of
on the front.
and he's got like a knockdown. So
Give
Edda
him that
cast
pillar
that
of
spell,
faith.
which is the one which pulls stuff to him, but it didn't.
Quite vaporized him.
Didn't work. He just got evaporated. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. They just get jibbed.
It's just a chance to jib, yeah. There are lots of options in those games where you can turn that off. For people that are so squeamish they can't handle the sight of someone getting exploded in a video game.
So I feel like they're under attack, and I'm caught up in the excitement of this, and I'm just running in. I'm not carefully, I'm not stealthy, I'm not planning, I'm just running around. I accidentally blew that poor villager up with that fireball.
What are you gonna do?
But he stood in a bad place.
Yeah.
I didn't shout anything like "for" or whatever, or duck. I felt like maybe I should do. So I'm just, I think I'm just starting to put people on AI now, and we'll see how
Their
it goes.
dog is a lot bigger than our dog. We should get a bigger dog.
Our dog is
He
minuscule.
ain't doing shit.
He's even hiding. He's very cute though. He's more for morale than. Yeah, that dog was enormous, wasn't it? Holy crap! Is it still alive? Actually, I don't know.
No, down it went.
I think I might have disengaged from it by accident. Anyway,
Crag ogre down.
we're having some ogre blood and some wolf hides.
It's nice to keep their blood in a vial. That's handy.
There's more coming, so let's just handle them. The wolves though, they look at that, they got melted. Oh,
Oof.
yeah. So easy peasy.
He's a chanter. Look, even the ogres know to use a chanter. We couldn't figure it out.
Well, it's up to whoever wants to do that kind of shit. So
Zap.
So yeah, have you ever been to a place like this, a kind of ski lodge in the mountains?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
Now, I was watching a film the other day that comes highly recommended called Force Majeure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and basically, it's set in the French Alps.
Okay.
Which is somewhere I've been on holiday before, so it's all very familiar with the ski lifts and the sort of, you know, getting your gear on and your fancy stuff and going out onto the mountain and sitting in a cafe having a mulled wine or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, the AI behavior we've got for us is really weird. We have all these different settings like spells.
Yeah,
Did you
God.
see that? It's kind of weird. Well, maybe that's for Durance. I can't remember. Anyway, I just picked one at random and we're going to hope for the best. So yeah, this film, basically what happens is it's about this Swedish family. So two young kids, like a boy and a girl, and their parents. And they're sitting in this cafe and there's an avalanche, okay? And at first they just think, oh, it's nothing. And then they realise, and then everyone in the cafe starts like screaming and running away.
Oh, God.
Because it's kind of an open air thing. And anyway, the dad just fucking runs for his life, okay?
Oh wow.
And
Abandons his family.
well, yeah, because it's just happening so fast. He just literally just fucking legs it. And then he comes back as if nothing has happened and like, oh, you know, no big deal. But the film deals with the fallout from this act, and how it affects, like, it just slowly sort of, you know, this one moment of impulsive kind of action
Yeah.
just almost like
Instinctive
defines a
human
lot
behaviour.
about their relationship and his character and stuff. And yeah, it just kind of spirals out from there. It's good.
It's interesting. You know what I think? It's easy to judge because we're not in that situation. Like, I always feel like I'd do some heroic thing and save my kids, but I mean it does feel like that would be my instinct. But maybe he thought the same thing, and when it came to the crunch, he was like, "Fuck that! I'm scared of avalanches," and just ran for it. It's hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, so I won't say anything more about it. It's good.
Yeah.
I do like watching these films that are kind of set in quite odd places, though.
Yeah. That sounds interesting.
I watched a really good film on Netflix as well called Coherence, which
Okay.
is like a super micro budget. So it was made on like 50 grand budget. That's all. And it's got Xander from Buffy in it. Do you
Okay.
remember that guy?
Yeah.
He looks a bit old and sort of chubby in the face now, which is quite fun to see. And I guess you know, none of the actors really took any payment for it, so because it feels like a kind of passion project thing. I don't know, or maybe they get paid out of the proceeds.
Oh my good gravy!
So I just pulled like the fucking whole boss
Yeah.
pack without even thinking about it, and now I'm like shitting myself. Because I've just been taking one at a time. I'm thinking, oh, this looks straightforward. Maybe I just thought I'd have to clear out the town, but no, there's like war leader, whatever his name is here.
And you're like desperately looking for the spell that will save us.
So I think I'm going to start using that. I don't know what.
You know
I'm
what?
actually
I
gonna
don't
use.
think
Fuck
you
it.
buff our party as much as we probably should.
That's
I
true.
think there are a lot of buffs.
I'm going to throw out the
Yeah.
iconic projection though instead. Just hope for the best and drop a few fireballs.
Do
Find
it.
out whether this is going to be
So what was
effective.
Coherence about?
So basically, it's a film set in a house. Okay, that's
Okay.
all. And one night, it's hard to say anything about it without spoiling it. But
Okay.
one night there's a weird meteor going overhead, and it causes a really weird thing to happen in reality. It causes like a reality to shift slightly strangely, and it's very good. I really enjoyed it.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. If you want to check it out, you can.
I'm going to write that
If
down.
I say anything about it, it will spoil it slightly. I watch a lot of films. I watch a lot of sort of crappy sci-fi, good
Me
sci-fi.
too.
A lot of the stuff on Netflix is garbage.
Yeah, no, it really is.
And I can't stand very much of it at all. But I really, really enjoyed Coherence. I thought it was a clever little film, and it's nice to see.
Give it a watch.
It's nice to see that I knew it was a micro budget, so I knew it was made for like nothing.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that.
And it's amazing what they've done with that, really, and how good it is.
Especially because the number of times I've watched a movie that clearly cost tens of millions of dollars and was utter dreck. It amazes me that these things get made, that they're able to go with a script to the people that have tens of millions of dollars and convince them this is a good investment. It just amazes me.
I love that stuff. So I recently watched all of Star Trek: The Next Generation again. Well, I didn't watch all of it. I
watched every episode a few years ago in sequence.
Yeah, I think that a lot of them are terrible, though. A lot of them are absolute tripe.
I mean, I skipped some. Any of the ones with Deanna Troy's mother, any of the ones where it was about Worf and Alexander's relationship, apart from the one where Worf gets mortally wounded and has to have an operation and almost dies.
Yeah,
there are a lot of very bad episodes. But my favourite one is... let's finish this combat and then we'll talk about it, because the music is so dramatic, it's winding me up.
Well, War Leader Davrir, or whatever his name is,
Oof.
Darzir, is just a fucking monster with so many hit points.
Oh, God, he is.
And there's those two guys with cannons at the back who I probably should deal with, but I figure like he can't have that much health, so I'm just hammering him. Pyrion Fluis, unfortunately, is probably going to go down here.
Heal him up.
Well, he's using his second wind to try and stay alive. But
scads and scads of potions.
He's about to get punched. You ready?
Yep.
Oh god. So I'm just using their second winds and seeing if I can actually get this to happen. And Aloth basically ran out of spells, but I'm just gonna have everyone use everything you have left. Basically, just cast everything. Oh good, we knocked him down.
Oh!
Pyrion Fluis is still up by the looks, but probably not much longer. Iconic Protection. That heals everyone, so it heals and damages. It's great. It's a great spell.
Yeah, it's a great spell. Great spell.
I'm going to see if I can pull that
great
cannoneer
spell.
here. There you go. So I pulled the cannoneer close, so that will hopefully...
That's good.
I didn't pull him that much closer, though, because I think he got blocked by the big body of War Leader
Daryl.
So I'm trying to weaken War Leader Darz's...
Oh, you're on one hit point. Maybe you shouldn't be standing toe-to-toe.
Well, the thing is, I can't disengage, though.
Yeah.
I should have disengaged when he got knocked down, but I forgot to do it.
We need to get, like, a disengage skill. I think that would be a good thing to get. At the moment, you're just, like, hitting him with little tweaks that don't really do much. Oof. I think you've got him. I think you got this. Where's Aloth going?
I'm running him up to do a ray of fire. So he's going to do the ray of fire, and then what he's going to do is he's going to pull that over here, and then it will catch them both in it.
Oh, look at this!
I know. High-level plays.
With the tactics.
Next level plays.
Oh, triple knockdown. God, this is like some WWF shit.
They're all just
another dog just piles in.
I know. I don't know where that even came from. But he's healing up and stuff. It's really irritating. But I think Mrs. Flax and Edda are tough enough to handle it. Pyrion Fluis is down. Durance is down. They're always the first to hit the deck, it seems. Aloth's getting shot now by that cannoneer, and he's taking a bit of damage, but he's actually soaking a bit, which is kind of useful. Sagani is going to...
Yeah, we got this. Oh, I think he's gone down. Yeah, he's down.
Oh, thank God. So it looks like it's just cleaned up here now.
Clean up.
Is Mrs. Flax down? No, she's still up, just about. She's about to go down, though. She's taking
she's good.
Pounding.
She's fine. You disengaged. Unwise.
That was bad, wasn't
Immediately panic disengage. I think that was a misclick. Misclick engage.
That's fine. Looks like the Ogre Cannoneer is reloading. Alof's still up somehow with not a single spell left at all. He's never taken any. I can't move scrolls in combat.
No.
I really ought to give. I thought Alof had enough spells to not need to cast scrolls.
Just toe-to-toe wanding.
But let's see if I can dodge this. No.
Oh! Blood.
So yeah, Alof just got shot with a cannon. Mrs. Flax is about to go down, but Sagani and Edda can probably handle the rest, I hope.
I hope so.
Sometimes when we played this before, we would get down to this and then we would lose, and it would be like, oh my god, when was the last time I quick saved? And it would be like 25 minutes ago.
Oh god, yeah.
And we were both just...
Edda is such a hero.
Look, he's not even taken any damage. He's at full health. He's not taken a single point of damage.
Yeah, he's literally fine.
So good.
He just cannon point blank just jibbed. He just looked at him and he jibbed.